Well, it's been said there's nothing quite like an original. It's true for just about anything, they say. For movies, sequel just isn't quite the same, unless we're talking Star Wars. And for music, the covers often fall short. Well, people over at Hummel Architects, they know this as well, which is why they're donating all of their original drawings of the Idaho State Capitol building directly to the Idaho State Historical Society. Those drawings, by the way, are more than 100 years old. After all this time, it might be hard to let them go, but Hummel says the drawings are now in better hands. Here's Andrew Bartline.
Before rolling to center stage today, it was a long time coming.
We had a vault in a building that we used to own, and they're just sitting there.
Just standing by, ready to be useful.
They were accessed heavily for the 2010 restoration of the building.
And no one really looks at them. Maybe a couple times a year they get taken out.
And it's mostly just to be looked at.
We can kind of show them off to people. It's part of our portfolio.
In total, Hummel Architects have 125 different original pieces detailing the firm's bid and vision for the Idaho State Capitol back in 1905.
Just a lot of great projects over the years.
Scott Strubar would know.
Yeah, we're everywhere.
He's been with the firm for decades, taking pride in the gems they've contributed to the gem state.
Yeah, so it's definitely keying off of the United States Capitol building.
Known as the People's House, it's now time for these to become the People's Drawings.
Yeah, letting go a little bit. But we're all there.
And more importantly, all here. It's to pass the collection over to the Idaho State Historical Society.
These will be preserved in perpetuity by our Idaho State Archives, and that's one of the divisions of the State Historical Society. Those are now available for research once they get to our facility, which will be in about a month.
Janet Gallimore is the State Historical Preservation Officer.
So they will always be here for the people of Idaho.
About 100 drawings, over 100 drawings are actually ink on linen, which was really a difficult way to draw. You definitely didn't want to screw up, spill ink on them or anything like that. So those drawings are going over, and they have archivists and historians and people that really know how to take care of documents. Plus it's in a really safe location, so it just seemed like a logical move.
Though admittedly, not an easy one.
And I think these are pieces of art, so it took me a while to get there, but I think they're in better hands. And I think, again, having them be a part of the public realm, available to researchers and whoever wants to come see them, is a good thing.
Is to preserve the collection and keep it all in one place, whether that be for a historian who wants to write a book or just a curious person who wants to learn more. Hummel agrees that these should be publicly available documents, and they will serve a better purpose, as they say, with the Idaho State Historical Society rather than in a cubby or a vault at Hummel. And as they said, Brian, it should take about a month before the Idaho State Historical Society can kind of process all these documents and make them available in their archive. So they're getting them officially today.
I think they're fascinating. As somebody who had like an inkling of wanting to be an architect, looking at those drawings, that were all done by hand, by the way.
Yep.
I mean, and 100 or so of those?
He said if that was built today, it would be thousands.
Yeah.
I guess back then it was like a collage, so you do part of it on one side of the paper, and then you do
Just
part
work
of
your
it
way
up
around.
there.
Yep.
He's like, if it was today, it'd be thousands and thousands. So it is very different, but hundreds, still a lot, really cool, and kind of shows you a piece of history in the state.
All right, looking forward. Maybe you can get out and check it out in about a month or so. All right, thanks, Andrew.